Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
morning,
Morning,
sir.
Tahat.
One minute. Yeah.
Good
We are on YouTube.
Also audible. Good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning, sir.
Sir, good morning. Das, sir, good morning.
Tahat,
Good morning,
sir.
sir. Am I
Good morning.
audible?
Yes,
Yes,
you're
yes.
audible. Dada, speak something.
Yes. Can you?
Yes.
Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are
Yeah.
visible. You're
Great.
audible. Yes.
Very nice. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So please start. Dada, please start.
Can I start now?
Yes, you can.
Okay, sir.
Haji.
Yes. Good morning, friends. Today,
Wrong
it gives
number.
me great pleasure to accord a warm welcome to the resource person for today's talk, Dr. Kapil Singhel, who has earned many laurels as an eminent academician, a prolific writer, and an astute administrator. He is the head of the postgraduate teaching department of English at Vasantarao Naik Government Institute of Arts and Social Sciences, Nagpur, with a formidable teaching experience of 29 years under his belt. 4 students have been awarded PhD, while 2 students have completed MPhil under his supervision, while many others are undergoing PhD under his guidance right now. At present, Dr. Singhel is the chairman of the Board of Studies in English of RTM Nagpur University. Sir is also a nominated member of the Boards of Studies in English Humanities of from Institute of Science, Nagpur, Vidarbha Government Institute of Arts and Science, Amravati, as well as Gondwana University. One of the hallmarks of the exemplary leadership of Singhel sir is his invaluable steering role in the syllabi designing committee of RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur, for UG and PG courses. He is a distinguished member of the editorial boards of the universities of Nagpur, Ramtek, as well as Gujarat. Several of his edited books occupy a place of pride in the BA Compulsory English and the MA Compulsory and the MA English Literature syllabi of RTM Nagpur University. He has published more than 30 papers in peer-reviewed UGC listed journals of national and international repute and chapters in books and 18 papers in conference proceedings. He has been the chairperson and resource person in 47 national, international, and regional seminars and conferences. His areas of expertise and interest encompass the present Indian writings and English drama that deal with social reforms. With this brief introduction, I request Dr. Kapil Singhel sir to deliver his scholarly address. Over to Kapil sir.
Thank you, Dr. Chakravarti. So, on behalf of, I'm thankful to the whole Department of English at Porwal College, Kamti, for giving us this opportunity of collaborating in this 1 week long program on soft skills. In fact, it was the initiative which was taken by the Department of English at Porwal College, and we joined it. So, first of all, I express my gratitude from the heart. Then the director of our institute, Dr. Kumbhare, Professor Chauhan, principal of Porwal College. I'm thankful to both of them for permitting us to go ahead with this with this event, and all the participating students who have been with us for the whole week. So, friends, I will be presenting on making a presentation on stress management on this last day of the program on soft skills. So I'll just share my screen. Yeah. Please keep on admitting students.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it shared? Have I shared is my screen visible?
Yes,
sir.
your screen
Screen
is
is
visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but
We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
you
yeah.
you.
have to
Fine,
make
fine,
the
fine.
slideshow.
Okay.
Please make it
So-
slideshow.
Yeah. I'll make it.
Yes. Right from the beginning. Right
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Right from the beginning.
Yeah, here.
The
No,
beginning
that is save.
that is saved.
Yes, that is save. Then the second, third,
This one,
fourth
this one.
icon. Yes.
This one, no?
This one. Yes.
Start from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Go back.
Fine now?
Yes, it is fine, but we are
Yeah. I
on
know.
the second or fourth slide, I suppose. Yes. Now it
Yeah.
is fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So once again, I express my heartfelt gratitude to my friends from the Department of English at Porval College, Dr. Professor Dahat, Dr. Chakravarti, Madam Ghazala Hashmi, Dr. Renuka Roy, and Dr. Vinod Shende. My colleagues from my department, Dr. Somnath Barude, Dr. Harish Tapadia, Dr. Govind Rathod, and Dr. Shekhar Vispute, who contributed in whatever way was possible in this hectic week where most of us are busy with one or the other official duty regarding NEP. And as you all know that as we are directly connected with the Pune office, many formalities are being done directly through JD office of Morris College. So in spite of being busy for the whole week, they have contributed in whatever way it was possible for them. So I'll start with my presentation, and as the title of my presentation is stress management, and it's a quote from Hans Selye, a Hungarian who had settled in Canada, that everyone knows what stress is, but no one really knows. Now, we know stress. We tell others that, in fact, we advise others, we suggest others not to take stress. But when we ourselves experience some kind of uh, down in life, some kind of uh, thing which is unfavorable to us in life, and it is here that the stress creeps into in us as well. So everyone knows what stress is, you know, but no one really knows how to avoid it. And that is what he really means, that we know what stress is, we know that we should avoid it, we know how to avoid it, yet some way it does affect life of each and every individual in this world. Stress has to be there. I remember there was a serial when I was a college student on TV, in which Dipti Naval was there, Tanav, जिसे भी देखो वो यहाँ तनाव का शिकार है, was the title song of that serial. That जिसे भी देखो वो यहाँ तनाव का शिकार है. It was about the life of मुंबई के जीवन के ऊपर था वो. और everyone in this world is in one way or the other affected by stress. That is what it means. And but now the tanav is not only limited to these big metro cities, to the cities of Delhi and Mumbai. It is everywhere. The kind of lifestyle that we have adopted for ourselves, the kind of ambitions that have grown because of the materialistic attitude. Stress is everywhere, wherever human beings are. So how to manage it? That is one of the important aspects. And you as students, you too are under stress. You are in stress for your examinations. You are in stress for your presentations. You are in stress for your results, for your future. So how to manage that stress is something that we would be looking forward in this presentation. Now, stress is an unavoidable consequence of life. As I've told you that it is, you cannot avoid it. Even if you try to lead a lifestyle which is very straightforward, which hasn't much ambition, you are satisfied with your simple living. In spite of that, you are bound to be under stress in some time in your life. It has to be there. If a life is there, if you are on this planet, the stress is unavoidable consequence, result of life. जिंदगी में ये आना ही है. आप कितना भी सीधा जीवन जीने की कोशिश करें, आप कितना भी गांधी जी को फॉलो करने की कोशिश करें, सिंपल लिविंग एंड हाई थिंकिंग, फिर भी you have to face stress. It has to be somewhere there, and some stress will occur regardless of your action. Even if you don't, if you keep yourself under control, you try your best and you are successfully able to keep stress away from your life. अपने जीवन से आप उसको सफलतापूर्वक दूर रख सकते हैं, अपने व्यवहार से, अपने जीवन जीने के तरीके से. But there are some, for instance, death of someone near and dear. Now that is something, when life is there, death has to be there. जीवन है तो मृत्यु रहने वाला है. Now even that can bring you under stress. When a person who was near to you, the person who was dear to you passes away. And that is what everyone experience at one stage of the life or other. जीवन के हर स्टेज पे कहीं ना कहीं हमको ये अनुभव आता ही है, होता ही है. So now here the stress is not because of your action, but because something which is a part and parcel of life. If life is there, death has to be there. है ना, मिलना है तो बिछड़ना है ही. जो लोग आज मिले हैं आपके साथ यहाँ पर है, वो कभी ना कभी आपसे बिछड़ेंगे ही, दूर जाएंगे ही. Now here you have, it is not your actions haven't brought stress into your life. It is some happening, some incident that has brought stress into your life. So death is one of the example. Death of someone near and dear. Now this is the stress which is regardless of your action. Some stresses, now you cannot prevent it, but there are some stresses that can be prevented. For example, how can you prevent this stress? By time management. Now most of us are habitual, and we all know the problem of Hamlet, procrastination. Isn't it the problem of delaying things? परीक्षा को तो अभी 10 दिन बाकी है ना. 2 दिन मजा कर लेता हूँ, अब बाद के 8 दिन पढ़ूंगा. अभी तो 8 दिन बाकी है, 2 दिन मजा कर लेता हूँ, फिर 4 दिन पढ़ूंगा. ऐसे ही करते करते इट इज वेरी नियर, एकदम पास आ जाती है ना. एंड now we realize where we are. Now the time management becomes difficult. So make ample use of time. Make proper use of time. Time बराबर manage करो. And when you can manage your time, जब आप time को बराबर manage कर लेंगे, that is, in that way you can come out with the preparation for anything. It may be preparation for examination, it may be preparation in the field of sports, है ना. ओलंपिक, जब पिछला ओलंपिक खत्म होता है, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज अगले ओलंपिक की तैयारी शुरू कर देती है, चाइना अगले ओलंपिक की तैयारी शुरू कर देता है. isn't it? हॉकी, हमारी हॉकी की भी तैयारी चालू है वो ओलंपिक की. We are playing 5 test match series in hockey with Australia. Yesterday we lost 5-1. है ना? But that is a preparation for Olympics. So तैयारियां पहले से, that time management is of utmost important. है ना? Don't keep it for the 11th hour. बिल्कुल आखिरी समय के लिए उसको मत रखिए किसी भी काम को. 2 days before the examination, you must be in a position for revision. परीक्षा से 2-3 दिन पहले आप इस स्थिति में रहना चाहिए कि आप अपने जो अभ्यास किया है उसका रिवीजन कर रहे हैं. So in this way, by proper time management, you can avoid stress. Then stress can be good as well. I don't know how many of you, I'm talking about the students, not my friends, about the students. How many of you must have seen Ravi Shastri playing? When I was young and when I was in early 20s, he was one of the important players of Indian cricket team. And many a times when it was a difficult situation, it was Ravi Shastri who brought India out of it. So, and he had said in one of the interviews to BBC के अपने एक इंटरव्यू में रवि शास्त्री ने बोला है that stress, pressure brings the best out of me. It brings the best out of me. मेरे अगर मुझसे अगर बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस करवाना है तो you need to put me under pressure. This is what he had said. So, in such cases, stress can also be good for you. You develop skills to fight. You develop skills you develop an attitude, never say die. You overcome your stress and perform and succeed and can succeed in life. So these are the different, this is how a different ways in which you will confront stress in your life. Sometimes your action, it is not because of your action. Some event that has happened that will be stressful. Then to prevent it, you should be able to manage it. Time management is utmost important, and sometimes stress can help you develop your skills when you face it with bravery, with courage. But a prolonged bout of stress can affect your health and ability to cope with life. If it continues for a long time, now one of the reasons for blood sugar, diabetes, as we all know, one of the infamous disease that we have, ailments that we have in India, as the World Health Organization too has declared that India is the nation of the most number of diabetic patients. Now, a prolonged bout of stress, one of the main reasons for diabetes is the stress that the Indians are in. So, it can affect your health. And when your health is affected, it affects your ability to cope with life, to face life, to adjust with life. Everything is affected once your health is affected. So, stress can affect you physically. Stress is something which is mental, something which is psychological, but it has its effect on adverse effect on your physical, on your physique, on your body. So in this way, you can lose your health and you won't be able to perform the other acts of life as successfully as you would like to. Now, this is how you will be affected by stress. This is how you should overcome stress. But actually, what is stress? As we have seen that everyone knows it. And that is what Hans Selye has said in the very first slide we have it, isn't it? That everyone knows it, but nobody knows it. So what is stress? Stress is a normal psychological and physical reaction to the demands of life. Now these demands in this materialistic world have gone unending, have become unending. we are not leading a satisfied life. We are not living a life where we would be satisfied with a few things, isn't it? We are always on look for new models of mobile phones nowadays. We want as you progress in life, you have ambitions to go for another and another and another vehicle. You start with a bicycle, you move on to two-wheeler. From two-wheeler, you move on to car. Then when you move on to four-wheeler to car, you are not satisfied with your model. After a few years, you sell off your first model, go for the next one. In this way, it is never ending. And these things, these demands of life keep you in stress. To fulfill that demand, to complete that demand, you carry on work, you carry on with your work, which is more than you are capable of doing. Because as a human being, we have certain limitations. So these demands of life, for them, stress is a normal, psychological. It's a psychology. Greed is psychology. Dissatisfaction. I want more. My neighbor has bought this car. I will get a better one. Now, this kind of act, this kind of attitude is something which is psychological, and physical reaction. Now, to fulfill this psychological action, psychological thoughts, we enter into physical reaction. We work more. We work more than our capacity, beyond our capacity, and thus we get affected. Thus, stress creeps into our life, into our mind. So it is normal with psychological and psychological and physical reaction to the demands of life. Whatever demands, never-ending demands. So try to adjust, try to adapt to situation. A man, you can have it, even the demands, luxury and wants, isn't it? Luxury is something that we run after. The thing can give you comfort even without luxury. Luxury is something super added to it. So, and that these demands of life, the life demands for luxuries, they make they are one of the reasons for a stressful life. So it's a psychological and physical reaction to the demands of life. So be satisfied, be happy with whatever you have, plan your budget, plan your actions accordingly, and you will never be required to exert yourself. You will never be required to work more than what the actual capacity of your mind and body is. And in this way, you can avoid stress. Now, how to respond to it? Either fight or flight. Either you be strong enough to confront it, उतने मजबूत बनो कि आप उसका सामना कर सको हिम्मत से, और फ्लाइट, या फिर भग जाओ वहां से, छोड़ दो उसको, अवॉइड करो, उसके बारे में सोचो ही मत. That is what your response now should be. Then stress management gives you a range of tools to reset your alarm system. Your alarm system. Now, this alarm system is an internal part of our thinking process. Somewhere naturally it comes into us. Fear of something, किसी चीज का भय, डर, है ना? You are able to make out कि नहीं, मैं अगर ऐसा करूंगा तो ऐसा गलत हो जाएगा, है ना? अगर मैं पढ़ाई नहीं करूंगा, कॉपी लेके जाऊंगा तो पकड़ा जाऊंगा, डीबार हो जाऊंगा. Isn't it? Now, this is an alarming system in your mind, which works in your mind. आपके दिमाग में एक अलार्म सिस्टम काम करती है ना? And this system gives you a range of tools, number of tools. It gives you many solutions range of tools, many solutions to reset your alarm system. So stress management, and when you manage stress, if you are able to manage stress, अगर आप stress को successfully manage कर लेते हैं, so there will be range of tools, many solutions, which will be there in your alarm system, in your thinking, in your thought process, and you will be able to overcome. You will be able to find a solution for those facts, for those realities, for those acts which can bring stress into your life. So stress management gives you a range of tools to reset your alarm system. And this is what we have already seen in the previous slide, that high levels of stress leads to serious health problems. As stress, it is psychological and physical reaction to the demands of life. This is what we have seen. When physical comes in, it is directly involving your health. And so high levels of stress leads to serious health problems. Wasim Akram, you must have heard the great Pakistani bowler, Wasim Akram. And at the age, such a physically fit man, at the age of 36, he got affected with diabetes, sugar. Now he is highly diabetic and surviving on insulin. He was only 36, and a person who was very cautious about his diet, very particular about his routine, gym and everything. So, but still, he was involved. He was accused of. Later, he was acquitted of that. उनको accuse किया गया था, उनके ऊपर इल्जाम लगाया गया था मैच फिक्सिंग का. एक इंटरनेशनल कमेटी बनी थी उसकी जांच करने के लिए. And during those 2-3 years, when the committee was there, जब 2-3 साल के जब कमेटी अपना कार्य कर रही थी, when it was working on the accusations, by trying to find out proofs and everything, he was regularly called before the committee. In those 2-3 years, he was under so much of stress, इतने प्रेशर में थे वो, and that is what resulted into diabetes for Wasim Akram. और उसका परिणाम ये हुआ कि वो उनको शुगर से, डायबिटीज से वो ये हो गए, अफेक्टेड हो गए. So it affects even such a fit person like Wasim Akram has been affected, is now diabetic. He is now highly diabetic, surviving on insulin. And what was the reason? It was those few years of his life in which he was accused of being a part of match fixing, and later he was acquitted. उनके खिलाफ कोई भी सबूत नहीं मिला, बाइज्जत उनको ये किया गया. But by that time, the stress has taken its toll on his health. Stress ने उनके शरीर के ऊपर अपना काम असर दिखा दिया था. So that is why you should avoid stress. Now, symptoms of stress. Now, what is symptom? Symptom is something, an outward sign of something internal. अपने बॉडी में कुछ इंटरनली जो प्रक्रियाएं होती रहती है, प्रोसेस होती रहती है, उनका जो बाहर उसको हमको दिखता है, एलर्जी हो गई कहते हैं, है ना, दाग आ जाते हैं चेहरे वगैरह पे. So that is an outward sign of something not being proper in our body internally. So symptoms of stress are disbelief and shock. Disbelief and shock. You very easily you get carried away. One thing, you become skeptic, you doubt everything, start doubting everything. Everything is one of the reasons. You should be able to trust people. So disbelief and shock. Now, how is shock applicable here? Now, the thing is that, for example, you are you have certain expectations. You have certain expectations that from some other person regarding regarding behavior or any kind of help. But when you find that the same person whom you consider to be your good friend, and you find that he or she is involved in some kind of conspiracy against you, and that would be shocking. But you have to bear the reality. You have to face the reality, and you should learn to bear this kind of situations in life. Now, disbelief and shock, tension and irritability, irritation, tension, tanav, again, tension, tanav, as that is what brings in stress, and चिड़चिड़ापना, irritability, चिड़चिड़ करना बात पे, fear and anxiety about the future, भविष्य के बारे में चिंता, and that is one of the symptom, that you are always thinking about your future. Instead of thinking about your future, you get involved in an act, in the action that will take you towards your destination, towards your goal. Concentrate more on your actions. Plan it more. Difficulty in making decisions because you are under stress, your mind is not working properly, and in this situation you are not in a position to make perfect or right decision or even good decision. So difficulty making decision, that is one of the reason, that is one of the symptoms of stress. Being numb to one's feelings. The feelings are there in every human being, in every, why only human beings, in every living creature the feelings are there. But being numb to them, indifferent to them, उनके तरफ कुछ ध्यान न देना, indifferent रहना उनके तरफ, that is one of the symptoms of stress. Loss of interest in normal activities. नहीं, मैं नहीं आता, मुझे नहीं आना, मुझे आप लोग जाओ पिक्चर, मुझे नाटक देखने नहीं आना, है ना, I want to be alone, है ना. Now solitude is a different thing, but even otherwise sometimes there comes a situation in our life when we want to remain alone. So in such situation, there is that loss of interest in normal activities. That is one of the symptoms of stress, जो दिखाता है कि आप stress में हो. Loss of appetite. You don't feel like eating. खाना खाने की ज्यादा इच्छा नहीं होती है, कुछ भी खाने की ज्यादा इच्छा नहीं होती है. Nightmares and recurring thoughts about the event. आपके विचार आपके मन में चलते रहता है. The thought process is going on somewhere, you are not aware of it, आपको मालूम नहीं है, but that all comes out when you are asleep. Nightmare, डरावना सपना, that is nightmare. So nightmare and recurring thoughts, the thoughts about the event, when something bad might have happened to you, something unfavorable might have happened to you, that situation keeps on coming back to your mind. You get angry very easily, quick angered, quick tempered, short tempered. That is what you become. That is what comes into your personality. There is increased use of alcohol and drugs. And stress takes us towards these kind of things to which are not good for our health, which are not good for our social life, for our family life, isn't it? Alcohol and drugs, not only it won't provide you any solution. You will just run away from the reality for a time period, for a time period. कुछ समय के लिए आप हकीकत से दूर भाग जाओगे, लेकिन आपके पास उस समस्या को सुलझाने का इसमें से कोई उपाय निकलेगा नहीं. And it not only affects you when you move towards alcohol and drugs, it also affects your family, it also affects your friends, it also affects the people who love you, the people who are there for you from their heart, जो आपको दिल से प्यार करते हैं, दिल से चाहते हैं, उनको आप कितना दुख पहुंचाओगे इसके जरिए, है ना. But that is what comes out when you are in stress. People prefer to go for drinking. They prefer when they reach a stage then drinks are unable to make them forget their stress. They go for drugs. They move on to drugs. Sadness and other symptoms of depression. उदासीनता, उदास रहना हर बात पे. That is one of the symptoms of stress and depression. To enter into depression, pessimistic attitude, pessimism, opposite of optimism. Optimism, जब आप भविष्य के बारे में काफी ये रहते हैं कि भविष्य आपका अच्छा ही होगा, दैट इज ऑप्टिमिज्म. और जब आप उसके बारे में निगेटिव ही सोचते हैं, दैट इज pessimism. So that is there. So sadness and other symptoms of depression, feeling powerlessness. Feeling powerlessness. And now again, now you see when your mental stress affects your physical health, you feel powerlessness. There is no power. You like to cry to express your feelings. You like to cry. Sleep problems. You are unable to sleep properly. Headaches, back pain, stomach problems, they all come up. They all shoot up. You are unable to concentrate on your studies. If you are a sportsman, you are unable to concentrate on your in your game. So these all things occur and they are the symptoms of stress. ये अंदर में आपको स्ट्रेस है, बाहरी इस प्रकार का जो आपका व्यवहार है वो बताता है that you are under stress. So if you avoid stress, all these things of your life can be settled. They can be avoided. Now, what can you do about stress? How can you avoid it? How can you keep it away from you? उसको आप अपने से दूर कैसे रख पाएंगे, है ना? The first thing is you have to find out what is causing stress in your life. आपके जीवन में स्ट्रेस किस बात का आ रहा है? That is something, वो एक चीज, that is something that you should find out. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि पता नहीं मुझे क्या हो गया है ना? हमको ही समझ में नहीं आता कि क्या हो चुका है. हमको ही समझ में नहीं आता कि क्या हो चुका है ना? नाउ प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ ना कुछ है प्रॉब्लम हमारे मन में, हमारे दिमाग में, हमारे दिल में. लेकिन वी आर नॉट फेसिंग द ट्रूथ. हम सच्चाई का सामना कर पा रहे नहीं है. वी आर अवॉइडिंग द फैक्ट. वी आर अवॉइडिंग द रियलिटी. Don't do that. Face the reality. Try to find out what is the reason behind the stress in your life. Then look for the ways to reduce the amount of stress. That is how you can do it. As I've suggested in one of the previous slides, that time management is one of the, that is how you can reduce the amount of stress in your life. About your wants, है ना? Don't go after luxuries. Comfort is enough. लग्जरी के पीछे मत भागो. कंफर्ट काफी है जिंदगी में. बी हैप्पी विथ योर कंफर्ट. So this kind of attitude can reduce the amount of stress in your life. Learn healthy ways to relieve stress or reduce its harmful effects. Get involved in yoga in the morning. Get habitual for it. Be habitual. You can go for gym, go for swimming, or any other sport. You can keep yourself busy with that. So these are the certain things through which you can relieve your stress. And when the stress is relieved, the harmful effects, as we have seen, that it is not only psychological but also physical. It also has its effects on our body, on our physique. शारीरिक रूप से भी हमको कमजोर बना देता है. That can also be avoided. हम उसको भी क्या कर सकते हैं? Avoid कर सकते हैं. तो you have to find out what is the real reason, what is the cause of stress in your life, आपके जीवन में जो स्ट्रेस है, जो चिंता है, जो तनाव है, उसकी जड़ कहाँ है, वो आपको पहचानना है ना. यू हैव टू लुक फॉर द वेज टू रिड्यूस द अमाउंट ऑफ स्ट्रेस. नाउ एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू, डोंट रन आफ्टर लग्जरीज. कंफर्ट्स आर गुड. लग्जरी के पीछे मत भागो. कंफर्ट ही हमारे लिए ठीक है, सबसे अच्छा है. डोंट गेट मटेरियलिस्टिक. बी सेटिस्फाइड समवेयर. कहीं ना कहीं आपको संतुष्ट रहना सीखना पड़ेगा. और हेल्दी वेज ऑफ लाइफ, मेडिटेशन, जिम, स्विमिंग, योगा, है ना. So these are the healthy ways. Have a diet. You can plan your diet. And that is one of the elements of healthy way to healthy life. So learn healthy ways to relieve stress, and that way its harmful effects will be reduced. So these are certain. In this way, you can control stress. You can keep yourself away from stress. Now these are the 4 A's of stress management. First, we should avoid certain things. Avoid, ignore, ध्यान न देना, दुर्लक्ष्य करने. Second, we should alter something, change, बदलाव. Accept something, मान लेना, acceptance कि हाँ चलो ठीक है, मुझे इसमें ज्यादा नहीं करता, जैसा आप बोल रहे हो वो ही ठीक है. Accept it, adapt it. Change yourself to suit into the situation. Adaptation. अपने आप को बदलना ताकि आप उसमें फिट हो जाओ. These are the 4 A's in which you can, through which you can avoid your stress, जिसमें से आप स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन से अपने आप को दूर रख सकते हैं. स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशंस, अवॉइड देम. जबरदस्ती किसी से, ठीक है, सामने वाला नहीं मान रहा है, जैसा वो बोलेगा ठीक है. अवॉइड दो सिचुएशंस. स्ट्रेसफुल पीपल, उस बार तो आपने उसकी बात मान ली, लेकिन उस व्यक्ति का ज्यादा साथ रहना आपके लिए अच्छा नहीं है. कीप अवे फ्रॉम दिस काइंड ऑफ पीपल. दोज हु आर एडमेंट. दो मेरे मुर्गे की एक टांग, बस आपकी बात सुनने को तैयार नहीं रहते हैं. ओवरकम द सिचुएशन बाय एक्सेप्टिंग फॉर अ मोमेंट व्हाट दे हैव सेड. उस क्षण के लिए उनका जो कहना है उसको मान के अपने आप को स्ट्रेस से दूर कर लीजिए. एंड देन कीप योरसेल्फ अवे फ्रॉम द कंपनी ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ पीपल. कीप अवे योरसेल्फ फ्रॉम नेगेटिव फीलिंग. मैं तो कर ही नहीं पाऊंगा. ठीक है, मैं कोशिश तो करता हूं. हार या जीत तो लगा ही है जीवन में. सफलता और असफलता, है ना. दे आर द 2 साइड्स ऑफ अ सेम कॉइन. एक ही सिक्के के 2 पहलू हैं. Please see to it that your mics
Sorry, sir. Sorry, please
are
continue.
muted.
Please continue.
Yeah. There must be some student, na? Anyway, negative feelings, negative actions. Isn't it negative action that if someone has done harm to you, you are trying to hatch a conspiracy against that person and wasting your time in it. Isn't it? Just avoid it. Life is something more than all that. जीवन उन सब चीजों से बहुत ज्यादा है. It is not limited to that one what I should unsuccess in your life, and that one moment of failure in your life is not the whole life. You can find a way out. We all know about the person who has given the person Abraham Lincoln, who has given the definition of democracy. है ना, government of the people, for the people, by the people. The person never won an election in his life until he reached the age of 52. And it was at the age of 52 that he contested the election of the president of America and won it. And till then, he was never on any post of the Congress party of which he was a member, the American Congress, I'm saying. So that is how it was about Abraham Lincoln. So these are very, these things, avoid them. They are not the life. The life continues. It moves on. Move on with it, with positive feelings. Avoid negative action and avoid negative feeling. Alter, change stressful situation. Be courageous enough, be brave enough. Change the stressful situation. How will you change them? Behavioral strategies. Certain strategies you have to plan. Strategy planning. Make certain planning. Behavioral planning. Change yourself. Bring change in you. Communication method, the way you talk, the way you speak. Try to change that. Make a list of priorities. What should be done, what should be avoided, what should be ignored. Remove certain things from the list of your life. Manage your schedules, time management, social skills. When you are in 5 people, when you are in a group of people, it is a team that matters, not an individual. Then those are the social skills, teamwork. Learn to accept the views of other people. Even they should respect your views. But finally, ultimately, some rational thoughts should come out. And on that, the team should act for success. So you have to change your social skills. You have to manage your schedules. You have to re-prepare your priority list. Alter, change your communication, the way you talk, your behavior. And with your courage and with all this, you can alter, you can change the stressful situation. Accept responsibilities, never run away from them. Don't be afraid of failures in life. Succeed comes only after failures. Take responsibilities. Be prepared to accept the challenge. Take it as a challenge. You may fail, of course, but that shouldn't bother you. You should learn from that failure for your future. Accept your mistakes. Yes, I have done this wrong. I won't do it in the future. Don't get adamant here कि नहीं, मैं तो कोई गलती कर ही नहीं सकता, है ना? To err is human, says Alexander Pope. गलती करना एक इंसान से ही गलती होती है. That is what he says. है ना? Communication method that we have seen in the previous one, in the previous point. Good communication comes back here. Accept good communication. When someone is there willing to help you out, accept their thoughts, accept their views, respect their feelings, and communicate in a better way. Positive self-talk. खुद से खुद को ही ये देना, कॉन्फिडेंस, मजबूती देना. फॉरगिवनेस, भूल जाओ किसी ने आपके साथ कुछ गलत किया है. Forgive that person, even if the person hasn't apologized. उन्होंने माफी नहीं भी मांगी होगी तो भी उनको माफ कर दो, because that is not what you are here for. You are here to have your own aim, to have your own destination in life, your own goal. है ना? Saying no, एक ये बात है. With all humbleness, पूरी विनम्रता से नहीं बोलना सीखिए. Adapt, again adapt is to adjust. Accept, कबूल करना, adapt, adjust करना, to अपने को उसमें ढाल लेना उस सांचे में, and to put ourselves into that form. Adaptation. Movies are, novels are adapted into movies, है ना? Adapt. You adapt yourself to the situation. आपके घर में जो सिचुएशन है, जरूरी नहीं कि आपको हॉस्टल में वही सिचुएशन मिलेगी, आपको वर्क प्लेस पे वही सिचुएशन मिलेगी. चेंज योरसेल्फ टू एक्सेप्ट दैट एंड फिट इनटू इट. अपने आप को बदलो, उसको एक्सेप्ट करो और उसमें फिट हो जाओ. प्लान न्यू शेड्यूल्स, न्यू स्टैंडर्ड्स विथ चेंज ऑफ टाइम, चेंज ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. Everything will change. You will have to reschedule things. You will have to look for better standards, new standards. Positive, and for all this, you again need positive thoughts. You need never say die attitude. You should be a person who is not afraid of failure. अगर मैं अनसक्सेसफुल रहता हूं तो लोग क्या बोलेंगे, लोग हंसेंगे. किसी के पास इतना समय नहीं है. हर कोई अपने अपने जीवन में व्यस्त है ना। थोड़ा सा बात करते हैं लोग कि अरे ऐसा हो गया, बट द नेक्स्ट डे एवरीथिंग इज नॉर्मल, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन। डोंट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ दैट। कीप योर थॉट्स पॉजिटिव, पॉजिटिव एक्शन, whatever may be the outcome, you be honest with your action. परिणाम कुछ भी हो, आपने ईमानदारी से अपना प्रयत्न करना चाहिए। And stress management strategies that we have seen above, these all are stress management strategies. You adapt into it, change yourself for it. Adjustment is required, है ना, fit into it, and in this way you can avoid stress. Stress can be managed. Now, self-care. Now, there are certain things where you have to be strong. आपको खुद को strong होना पड़ेगा. Tips for self-care: avoid drugs and alcohol. Now, here I would like to share one of the incident of my life when I was in the final year of my BSc. One of my friend, it was a group of around 15, 16 boys. We were together, and one of our friend, his first name was Ram, and second name was Puranik, something. Ram Puranik he was, and in the final year, he was with us right from BSc Part 1, and in the final year, he was critically ill. He was critically ill, and he was admitted. He was admitted to a hospital, and he could not take the final exam. He could not take the exam of final year BSc. And on the day our last paper was over, we all went to that hospital in front of Alankar Talkage. So some cooperative hospital was there. It is no more there now, but there was one hospital there, and he was admitted there. We went to see him, and he cried. He started crying, and he said कि friends, मैं हिंदी बोलता हूँ, what he had said in हिंदी कि मरने का कोई गम नहीं है मेरे को मालूम है मैं ज्यादा दिन नहीं जीऊंगा, मैं जाने वाला हूँ। गम ये बात का है कि जिसके साथ पीना शुरू किया था उसने तो छोड़ दिया, लेकिन मैं नहीं छोड़ सका। दिस इज व्हाट ही हैड सेड कि द पर्सन विथ whom I had taken it for the first time, he is a teetotaler now. वो अब नहीं पीता है, उसने पूरा छोड़ दिया था, और मैं नहीं छोड़ सका इसको। एंड अल्टीमेटली ही वाज जस्ट अराउंड 2021, and after 2-3 months he passed away. So this is how it affects your life. Now just imagine what kind of trauma it must have been to the parents of that fellow, है ना, उसके siblings पे कितना असर उसका हुआ होगा. So these are the things. You should avoid drugs and alcohol. Find support. We are social animal. Find support and connect socially. Bring those 2 points together. सामने के दोनों पॉइंट्स देखिए. वी आर अ सोशल एनिमल, मैन इज अ सोशल एनिमल. फाइंड्स, कोई इसमें शर्माने की बात नहीं है. लोगों से मदद मांगो, उनको मदद करो. सपोर्ट जब आप तभी मांगोगे ना जब आप, व्हेन यू नो दैट यू कैन बी ऑफ हेल्प टू अदर पर्सन, है ना. व्हेन दे नीड यू, यू बी देयर, एंड व्हेन यू नीड देम, है ना, फ्रैंकली, फ्रीली, बी फ्री टू टेल देम दैट आई नीड योर हेल्प. कनेक्ट सोशली, है ना. सामाजिक इससे आप जुड़े, लोगों से जुड़ के रहिए. ईट अ हेल्दी वेल बैलेंस्ड डाइट. ये सब तो मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ, बोल चुका हूँ. आई डिड नॉट एक्सप्लेन इट नाउ. एक्सरसाइज रेगुलरली. गेट प्लेंटी ऑफ स्लीप. भरपूर नींद, कम से कम 8 घंटा सोइए 24 में से. बना एक्सरसाइज को अपनी एक आदत बना लीजिए. अच्छा वेल बैलेंस्ड खाना खाइए जिसमें आपको सब मिलता है ना. गिव योरसेल्फ अ ब्रेक इफ यू फील स्ट्रेस्ड आउट. अगर लगता है कि नहीं जरूरत से ज्यादा हो गया, टेक अ ब्रेक. 1-2 दिन आराम कर लो. लेकिन ये आराम आप कब कर सकोगे? व्हेन यू हैव मैनेज्ड योर टाइम प्रॉपरली. आप जब टाइम मैनेज कर रहे हो, जब टाइम टेबल प्लान कर रहे हो, तो उसी में रखिए आप ये सब चीजें. देयर शुड बी सर्टन, देयर शुड बी सम टाइम, some cushion time that you can utilize for rest. Give yourself a break if you feel stressed out. Maintain a normal routine. And a regular, normal means regular. The same routine should be followed every day. There should be a proper time of your meal, of your lunch, of your dinner, proper time of your exercise, proper time to go to bed. Proper time, particular time to get up, to go to bed and to get up. So all this, make it a normal routine. So this all will help you to take care of yourself. And when you are able to take care of yourself, you will be able to think in a proper way and keep yourself away from the stressful situations. अपने आप को आप तनावपूर्ण स्थिति से, परिस्थितियों से आप कि सोचने की क्षमता अच्छी हो जाएगी बिकॉज ऑफ सेल्फ केयर, और आप अपने आप को इस तनावपूर्ण सिचुएशन से दूर रख सकेंगे. सो एज आई ऑलरेडी, स्टे एक्टिव. ऐसे नहीं कि कोने में बैठे हैं चुपचाप, जिंदगी वहीं पे बैठ के काट रहे हैं. Stay active, exercise, already told you this. Write and read. Keep yourself active academically. Write and read. Keep on writing something. Write a diary. Write about your thoughts, what you feel. If you are unable to create something new, हर कोई कवि नहीं हो सकता, हर कोई short story नहीं लिख सकता. But there are certain experiences of life that you can write down. लेकिन जिंदगी में कुछ न कुछ अनुभव तो हर किसी को होता है ना, उनके बारे में लिखिए. Be in touch with reading and writing. Do something you enjoy, जो आपको प्लेजर दे, है ना. Blessed is the person who has found his work. कार्लाइल का सेंटेंस है ना, क्या कहते उसको, जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन. हो सकता है कि आपको बढ़िया जॉब आ रहा है जहां पे आपको 1 लाख रुपया महीना पगार है, लेकिन वहां का जो काम है आपको जबरदस्ती करना पड़ेगा, आपको वो काम पसंद नहीं है. दूसरी जगह आपको जॉब का ऑफर है जहां पे काम आपकी पसंद का है, लेकिन आपको पगार 70-80 हजार है, वहां से कम है आपको पगार. प्रीफर द लेस पेड, समथिंग दैट गिव्स यू सेटिस्फैक्शन. डिराइव सेटिस्फैक्शन आउट ऑफ योर वर्क, नॉट आउट ऑफ योर सैलरी, है ना. सो डू समथिंग यू एंजॉय. रिलैक्स योर बॉडी. मेडिटेट, योगा, एक्सरसाइज. रिलैक्स योर बॉडी. लेट योर फीलिंग्स आउट, है ना. दबा के मत रखिए, तो एक दिन पूरा भड़क के निकल जाता है. एंड द थिंग्स गेट स्पॉइल्ड. पूरी चीजें स्पॉइल हो जाती है, रिलेशन स्पॉइल हो जाते हैं, फ्यूचर स्पॉइल हो जाता है. लेट देम आउट एट द राइट टाइम, है ना, इन अ राइट वे, इन अ राइट लैंग्वेज, विथ ऑल हम्बलनेस. अपनी भावनाएं व्यक्त करते रहो. Don't be afraid to tell people whether you like this or you do and you don't like this. बताओ कि मुझे ये अच्छा नहीं लगा, मुझे ये अच्छा लगा, है ना. और अच्छा नहीं लगा भी जब आप उनको बता रहे हो कि ये मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा, है ना. Be humble, है ना. It should be communicated in a good way, in a proper way. Focus on the present. Past is past. Don't cry over the spilt milk, है ना. जो बह चुका है, पानी का धारा बह गया, जाने दो उसको. फोकस ऑन द प्रेजेंट. लुक एट द प्रेजेंट. कल झगड़ा हुआ था, आज भूल जाओ. ही इज योर फ्रेंड, शी इज योर फ्रेंड. फोकस ऑन द आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड, द वर्ल्ड बियॉन्ड द फोर वॉल्स ऑफ योर होम. आपके घर में सब कुछ मिलता है, आपको बाहर ही सब कुछ मिलेगा जरूरी नहीं है. यहाँ सोफा मिल गया बैठने को, बाहर प्लास्टिक की चेयर मिल गई तो भी अपने आप को खुशकिस्मत समझिए, है ना. फोकस ऑन द आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड, द वर्ल्ड बियॉन्ड द फोर वॉल्स ऑफ योर हाउस, वेर यू आर सिक्योर. आपके घर में आप सिक्योर रहते हो, आपके मन का होता है सब. देयर इज नो कॉम्पिटिशन, देयर इज नो राइवलरी, बट द थिंग्स वोंट बी सेम इन द आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड, वेर यू विल हैव टू फेस द राइवलरी, कॉम्पिटिशंस, चैलेंजेस. बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट. Be mentally prepared for that. Be mentally strong for it to keep yourself away from stress. Stress relief from laughter. It's no joke. And now we have seen many laughter clubs are there, which were started by some people who had retired from their work, and they came together, and it started in one particular locality. And after that, there were many laughter clubs, not only in Nagpur, but even in the other cities. So it is one of the stress relief from laughter. It's no joke. It has some short-term benefits. When you start to laugh, it doesn't lighten your load mentally. It actually induces physical changes in your body. And laughter can stimulate many organs and the circulation of blood that gets more active. It stimulates many organs, activate and relieve your stress response. चिंता, स्ट्रेस का जो रिस्पॉन्स है वो चला जाता है. सूथ, टेंशन, आराम देना. सूथ इज आराम देना, टेंशन चिंता जो भी आपको है ना. सो लाफ्टर इज द बेस्ट मेडिसिन. देयर आर the stress can be, you see, after you have gone through the thinking process of overcoming your stress, आपका जो विचार करने की क्षमता है उससे आपने स्ट्रेस को कहीं ना कहीं दबा दिया है. यू कैन थ्रो इट आउट विथ लाफ्टर. उसको बाहर फेंकने के लिए, है ना, यू कैन टेक हेल्प ऑफ लाफ्टर. परमानेंटली उसको बाहर फेंकने के लिए आप लाफ्टर का, जोक का, हंसी का सहारा ले सकते हैं. It is not, again, laughter is not only, it will not only psychologically prepare you for a better future, but it will also help you gain good physical health. आपकी शारीरिक हेल्थ भी उससे सुधर जाएगी. So keep yourself, always keep laughing. Light-hearted talks. Why only joke? And get involved in light-hearted talks. Be happy. Keep laughing. Make others laugh. That is how things should move on in life. Now, this is one of the things that we always keep on doing. We blame others. दूसरों को दोष देना. आपके कारण ऐसा हुआ और उनके कारण वैसा हुआ. मेरी कोई गलती नहीं है. And with this kind of attitude, with this kind of behavior, you are not going to progress in your life. इस प्रकार के व्यवहार, एटीट्यूड से, व्यवहार से आप कभी जीवन में सफल हो पाएंगे नहीं, है ना. डोंट ब्लेम अदर्स. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड that okay, they might have done something wrong. Instead of blaming them, try to tell them, try to convince them that it is here that they went wrong, or try to go into the depth and see in whatever way you could have performed in a better way. And the way you think and see the world around you affects your stress level, has an effect on your stress level, way more than any one person. No matter how annoying does, no matter how annoying, the way you think the world around you, the way you look at other people, जिस प्रकार से आप दूसरों को देखते हो, that affects your stress level more than anything else in this world. आजू बाजू की चीजों को, आजू बाजू को, लोगों को जिस तरीके से आप देखते हो, that affects it more than anything else. Now, major stressors, है ना. स्ट्रेसिंग के रीजंस देखिए क्या क्या. दे इंक्लूड ड्राइविंग. नाउ यू कैन डू विदाउट ड्राइविंग, बट ड्राइविंग में ठीक है, ट्रैफिक जाम है, शांत बैठे रहो. काय को चिंता करना, काय को हॉर्न बजाना जोर जोर के, काय को आजू बाजू वालों को गाली देना. सो it is not going to help you in any way. Keep your patience रखिए. That is what is required in the cities nowadays. शहरों में आजकल इसकी बहुत जरूरत है. वर्क, कार्य, बी हैप्पी विथ योर वर्क, ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट जॉब सेटिस्फेक्शन. कोई भी काम दिया जाए खुशी खुशी करो. डोंट कंप्लेन एंड देन वर्क. शिकायत करना और फिर काम करना मत कीजिए वैसा. एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली, जिसको हम जॉइंट फैमिली भी बोलते हैं, which is not a nucleus family limited to mother, father and siblings. No, है ना. They can be stress something. You have to make many adjustments in this kind of families, which we are not used to nowadays. Romantic relationships, isn't it? Particularly for the young people, because nowadays the temporary relationships are growing, and they are more of that rather than permanent, and they do give stress, to one of the partners who is more seriously involved. So these are the major stressors of the modern life: driving, working, joint families, and romantic relationships. So try to find a way out from this. Adapt yourself to the situation to overcome it. As I've told you earlier, that instead of blaming others, दूसरों को दोष देने के बजाय, take responsibility for your response to stress. Take responsibility for your response to stress. You should know how to overcome the stress. You are the person who is in stress. Only you can help you. Even God helps those who help themselves. भगवान भी उन्हीं की मदद करते हैं जो खुद की मदद करते हैं. So you have the power to change it. उसको बदलने की क्षमता आप ही में है. Catch yourself, see it from above. अपने आप को समझो. Catch yourself, see it from above. Go deep into it. Understand your role. उसमें आपकी भूमिका क्या है? Own up, accept it, and try to find a way out. आपको खुद ही को उसका समाधान ढूंढना है, दूसरे के सहारे रहने के बजाय. Now I will skip over this one. The prayer, and so it's over from my side, and I thank you all for the patient listening of my presentation on the stress management. I have tried to connect it with our everyday life. It is the everyday matters which bring stress into our life and nothing else. So with that, presentation is over from my side. In case if any one of you is having any question, I think it's open for questions now.
Yes, questions are welcome from our participants. That is,
Yeah.
okay, sir. We'll move on, sir. Okay. Yes, Dr. Singhel, sir, your exemplary and erudite speech on stress management has given us invaluable insights into an inevitable aspect of our lives that plagues almost every person in the world and prevents us from attaining our fullest potential. Your pertinent suggestions on ways to reduce and prevent stress are indeed worth emulating. Finally, your advice to turn stress into a positive motivating factor in our life has infused us with new hope to confidently meet the new challenges in our lives and careers. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us. Now, I invite my dear friend and colleague, Professor Dr. Swapnil Dahat to propose a formal vote of thanks. Over to Dahat, sir, for the further proceedings. Yes, Dahat, sir.
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. A very good afternoon to all the dignitaries present, members of the teaching staff, and my student friends. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this 7-day workshop a grand success. This 7-day online workshop on soft skills was organized by Bhasha Abhyas Mandal and Department of English, Set Kesrimal Porwal College, Kamti, in collaboration with Vasantrao Naik Government Institute of Arts and Social Sciences, Nagpur. First and foremost, I express my deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Manohar Kumbhare, Sir, Director, Vasantrao Naik Government Institute of Arts and Social Sciences, for gracing the occasion and spending his valuable time with us. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to our principal, Professor Dr. Vinay Chauhan, for the perfect support and guidance he has extended to us. I wholeheartedly thank Dr. Kapil Singhel, sir, Chairman, Board of Studies in English, Rashtrasant Tugolji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur, and also the convener of this workshop. Thank you, sir. The personal touch you imparted to this event makes it more valuable. My heartfelt gratitude for being there throughout, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I express my gratitude to the resource persons, Dr. Renuka Roy, Dr. Meenakshi Vasnik, Dr. Archana Gupta, Dr. Vaishali Meshram, Dr. Madhvi Mohoril, Dr. Manjushri Sardesh Pandey, and Dr. Kapil Singhel for delivering lectures. Students have been immensely benefited by this lecture series, I can say. I express my gratitude to members of management who have always been supportive in our initiatives and encouraged us to strive for excellence. My deep regards and thanks to all the coordinators, Dr. Manish Chakravarti, Dr. Renuka Roy, Dr. Ghazal Hashmi, Dr. Vinod Shende, Dr. Somnath Barure, Dr. Harish Tapadia, Dr. Govind Rathod, and Dr. Shekhar Vispute for their presence and untiring help. My sincere thanks to the print and electronic media for their presence and giving excellent coverage to our program. I thank all the students who attended the workshop. I feel that students are immensely benefited by this workshop, and in future also, we would plan some more workshops like this. In conclusion, I would like to say that this event would not have been possible without the support and hard work of my colleagues and technical support, teaching and non-teaching staff of both the colleges. I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of you. I thank all the members of the teaching and non-teaching staff of both the colleges who have directly or indirectly contributed to the successful conduct of this 7-day online workshop on soft skills. Finally, on behalf of myself and behalf of the college, I thank all those whom I might not have mentioned inadvertently. Thank you very much.